Hey guys, hope everybody's having a productive week. So in this week's video, I wanted to talk about a couple of vices that I adopted while I was sick and in the hospital. So I'm not sure, or I don't really remember who gave these to me, but I was given these things called worry dolls. They come in this cute little yellow box, and they're made in Guatemala, and each one looks like this. It's like a little yarn doll. There are several in the box, and the myth is that you're supposed to tell each doll a worry before you go to sleep, and by morning your worries are supposed to be gone. So, when I was 12 years old, the things that I worried about was, not losing my hair, and I lost my CD player once and I wanted to get it back, and there was another time where I didn't want to be in the hospital to get my chemo treatments on my birthday. All of these things I wished for using my worry dolls, and every single day I used these and wished not to lose my hair. And I didn't. I don't want to say that these are the sole reason, but I'm saying it. They're the sole reason. And like I just told you, I lost my CD player once in the doctor's office, and the doctor called and said, hey, Paige left her CD player here, and my name wasn't on it. I'm not sure how anybody could have known that it was mine. And then, another time, I didn't want to be in the hospital for my birthday to get my chemo treatments, and the doctor called my parents, and at the time, I thought that this was good news, again, being so young, not understanding the severity of, what was happening. And they told me, or they told my parents, that my chemo treatments weren't working and they needed to go back to the drawing board. So they would readmit me to the hospital once everything was figured out. 2 days after my birthday, they called me back and said, hey, just kidding, the treatment's working. We'd like to have Paige come back in. So I made it a point to give every person, not only that I come in contact with that is sick or, struggling with an illness, but, people who tell me that they've got a lot of stuff to worry about. I believe in not using these things for selfish reasons, so I haven't used them since I was getting my treatments, but it gives me a lot of joy to give these things out and have other people use them and feel a sense of comfort. So there were a lot of things that I didn't deal with emotionally back then, and it's taken me 18 years almost to try and figure out something that works for me. I was assigned a therapist. I think they assign a therapist to every child who is in the hospital, at least the hospital that I went to. And to be honest, she was a little kooky and she freaked me out, so I pretend that I was sleeping every time she walked into the room, so it wasn't very helpful. But, since then, I've tried to research other ways of, finding comfort and inner peace and, just a general sense of calm. I've looked into meditation, therapy, of course, and I'm also very into astrology and psychics and mediums and things like that, and guardian angels. And for me personally, I know that I have a serious amount of guardian angels up there, some really good ones, and that helped me and my family through our difficult time. But I would encourage anybody who is struggling to find your vice, whether it's these cute little worry dolls or talking to a therapist, which I would absolutely recommend, or meditating. I think it's very important to find something to try and, you know, keep your center together. If I could give any advice, it's to do that sooner than later and learn from my mistakes and not wait 18 years to try and figure out what's going on up here. But yeah, that's all for this week. Can't wait for you guys to see my video next week. I will talk to you soon. Bye.